support. Sorry, I started from the right. The Deputy Chief of Staff, CPS. That is the problem of protocol. The Deputy Chief of Staff, CPS, Coordinator, Sports, in the office of the Deputy Governor of Rutland Commission. On behalf of the Governor of Edo State and the good people of Edo State, I want to once again welcome Bamuzi, the main organizers of Okpekpe in Edo State, and all of you, all the media houses that are here, especially the passport and our own media houses, when we follow the same trend that was my channels, AIT, TVC, NTA, EBS, Plus TV, and other media houses that will be joining us in these years of Paris. Paris started 2013. This year's edition will be the 8th edition. And for doubting Thomases, Paris has come to stay, and it is real. Nobody can stop it, not even Comrade Philip Shaibu that can stop Paris. It's something that has come to stay. And in line with our principle and the principle of this administration, we had a discussion with Bamuzi and his executive just last week, and we agreed that we have to institutionalize this race, and the process of doing that is already being put in place so that these games will live after us, including the present leadership of Bamuzi. The games will live after us, and the only way it can live after us is when it is institutionalized. And I'm happy that we are collaborating with the actual owners of the game to institutionalize Okpekpe. And that is why I said Okpekpe have come to stay. And for government support, we continue to come. We continue to support the race. This year, we've agreed that, as usual, the prize money and other commitments that the state government have always given, we are still going to be responsible for that this year. And there are other areas that we have agreed to partner to make sure that this race is successful. I also want to join to apologize to our athletes. It's not our fault. Pandemic came, stroke, and we have to follow international best practice, because the game is not a local game. It's an international race. For us, we are struggling hard and putting everything in place to make sure that we quickly get our gold label, and possibly after that, our target is to be a platinum race. So we are consciously making efforts to make sure that we put all that it is needed to achieve our aim of making Okpekpe race a platinum race in athletics calendar. And it's obvious the potentials of this race cannot go by emphasized. Okpekpe, as the area called, the name is Okpekpe, but it's a rural area. But today, when you call Okpekpe, nobody attached a rural connotation to it. You remember there's a race, an international race. So for me, Okpekpe is a town now, an international town. It's already in the map of the world. So these are the tourism potential that Okpekpe race can bring to us, and the economic benefits is huge. Your specialty business, obviously that period, you know what it is. It will be of great benefit for us. And also, showcasing our infrastructure is one thing that Okpekpe has also brought. You can see the snake-like construction that took place in that place and the building nature of that place. So it's not only in Hollywood that you see that construction, so we also have it here in Edo State. So the 2 years break was not as a result of Edo State government or even permits not to have the event, but we have to just follow international best practice. We actually thought we could have it last year because if we could host the Edo State and the National Sports Festival, we felt we could also host it last year. But fortunately, the games were supposed to, the second postponement was supposed to be December 2020. But you recall that it was further moved to April 2021. And the games are normally in May. And I will finish Sport Festival in April. We thought we could use government influence on the mark and the state. But they said, no, we have to just move it to 2022. That Okpekpe, we are struggling and making sure we follow international best practice. There must be a period that notices are given and all those. So when we look at it, they were right. We must follow the normal process of having a race to hold so that we cannot lose at any point in us getting our gold level. So that is what has caused the delay. And I'm happy that 2022 is here, and by the grace of God, we are going to have all the berries. Actually, I've started training. I used to just marathon to start the training, and by the grace of God, we will be running from the African end, not the international end. So once again, I want to thank all of us for being here this morning. This press conference is to herald the coming of Okpekpe come May 2022. Having said that, it's my singular honor and privilege to unveil the official marks of Okpekpe this year.
His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, unveiling yes, Your Excellency, the official customized 2022 edition of the Okpekpe Road Race face mask.
So this is the face mask.
The face mask is actually customized.
So don't be surprised that this is the face mask. Why some of you that have not been running, you are asked to wear it like this, and some of us that have been running, when we start running, we just do like this, and we do a race. And when we are done, we bring it back. So that is how it will be. So you can see that we are ready for the race. And I can assure Edo people and the entire country and the international athletes that will be coming to Edo State that we are ready. And don't forget, for us in Edo, we follow all the laid out rules. And you can see from the Edo 2020 National Sports Festival, all the COVID rules were followed, security was provided, and all the necessary things that athletes need to go through were followed. From the discussion we've had with the Bamuzi and his team.
A number of questions.
Doping is one thing that we take very, very seriously also in this race. We have always maintained integrity and we have always insisted that any athlete that want to participate in any organized tournament that Edo State government will have in hand must come play. Not even our athletes, everybody must come play. And that is why the doping arrangement that we are also put in place with the organizers will be very, very effective. And by the grace of God, we've not had any scandal since we started this race, and this is the 8th edition. So whoever is coming to participate should please come play, because we will not tolerate any breach of international rules, especially when it comes to doping. So we are putting all the medical facilities in place to make sure that we deal with it. And also, same standard that we have set, every athlete that is coming will undergo antigen test. We will undergo antigen test for COVID. We will be doing rapid tests for all the athletes and officials that will be coming for these games, so that we maintain a healthy tournament. We will not want any of you that will have come from far and near to go back sick. And that is why we will be putting a lot of things in place in conjunction with the Ministry of Health, Federal Ministry of Health, State Ministry of Health, and the organizers of Okpekpe race. We are putting a lot of medical facilities in place for safety, because we believe that we must protect lives. And in this pandemic, though the pandemic is almost gone, but it's still around the corner, and that is why we are still very keen to make sure that all the rules are followed. Once again, I welcome you to Edo, the home that hosts Okpekpe race. So Okpekpe race is alive, and it will never be killed by anybody. And that is why we are now institutionalizing the race. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much.